Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
Bandwidth for the Giz Wiz is brought to you by CacheFly at CacheFly.com.
It's time for the Giz Wiz with Mad's maddest writer, DeBartolo. This is episode 1501, recorded Thursday, January 15th, 2015. Off the cuff, in the collar.
And now, get ready for Dick.
On this very fancy episode of the Giz Wiz, we move babies, take photos of pets, and charge your devices. All coming up next.
It's the same dumb show with Dickie D and OMGchad on Twit TV. It's time for the Giz Wiz because gadgets are his business. They've got a gizmo sickness, geek disease, under pathology, rows and rows of USBs, growing, glowing LEDs. Get ready for the Giz Wiz now.
Now! Hello and welcome to the Giz Wiz. And here is the Wiz himself, Dickie DeBartolo. How you doing, Dickie D? Oh, you're muted.
I'm muted?
Oh, nope, you're not. I was lying.
Okay.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Our esteemed producer, Jeff, said this is going to be a very classy edition of the show. Do you know why?
Oh,
is it a secret?
It's not that big of a secret. My corner.
Okay.
We might have to call it the classy corner this episode.
Oh, the classy corner. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My gadget is really cool, and I have to wear something that would be appropriate for the gadget. So,
okay. Oh, so you have pants on.
I do. I am wearing pants this episode.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I did not know we were going that far.
Bonus, socks. Socks as well. Yeah.
Whoa.
Look at that. Yeah.
Whoa. You are way overdressed there.
I was afraid that if we hit this pinnacle in the show, you know, we're never going to be able to live back up to this again. So I don't know how that's going to work out in the future. We're just going to have to like really try to step it up from now on, you know, with the pants and the socks.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm glad I have a week's notice to buy pants and socks. I bet I can do it.
Okay.
I bet I can do it.
I have faith in you. I have faith in you.
I do. You know, I forgot to ask last week. Have you gone to CES when Twit did move the big studio out there? Were you part of that?
Yeah. I was part of that for 2 years, and then when we had the stage, and then I was the producer the year that we went, and we didn't have the stage where we only.
Right, you and I did. What am I talking about? We did.
Showstoppers or CES Unveiled, one of those. We did.
And then we did Thinner Theater, but that was outside of Twit.
Right.
We did. Chad and I did a rather, I thought, impressive two-man production of Titanic.
Yeah, the critics really loved it.
They loved it. We each played 1,500 parts.
Costume changes were amazing.
Amazing. And we did it all with just 7 hats.
Yeah,
so I think it was great.
I had to learn how to play the violin for that part.
That was amazing.
You know,
that was the best part. I think people applauded most when we went under.
Yes.
I think
yes. Yeah. When I finally let go.
Last.
Yeah. Please let go. They were saying, please let go.
Stop breathing.
I thought that water was cold. Aren't you dead yet? Yeah. Did you have a fun week this last week? Anything exciting happen?
Boy, you know, it is cold in New York City.
Oh, gosh.
And I went down to the marina, and I don't know if you saw that. I have a picture on Twitter. The boat is just frozen, solid. It's like you could go, if it was a touch colder, Dennis could probably go ice skating. At the marina, they have ice skated in years past.
Oh, gosh.
The problem is if it's windy, the water freezes very erratically, and so you really can't go skating. Every once in a while, it'll be really calm and really cold, and the marina will freeze over rather flat, and people have gone ice skating. Do you skate? Because I don't. Do you ice skate?
I've been once or twice, but yeah, not professionally or anything like that.
Yeah,
not with practice, basically.
Right.
Now, and I think I forget if you.
There's
oh,
there's
there
a
it
shot.
is. Oh yeah.
That's behind my boat.
Oh gosh, that's
Yeah.
I don't. Can you ice skate on that? That's too.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is very windy.
Oh, it was okay.
And so the ice is frozen rather badly like that. But I actually have taken pictures, not the past winter, it's been too mild. I've taken pictures standing behind my boat, leaning up against the engine, and I'm actually standing on a foot of ice, essentially where my boat engine is in the water. But it does freeze solid enough that
Wow.
you can do that.
Do you do anything for the boat? You just let it sit there?
You just let it sit there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Wow, that is, for me, I grew up in Texas and then moved to California, so I've never really experienced snow and ice the way a lot of the rest of the country has. And so for me, it's still like sort of romantic until I went traveling with brushwood.
Yes.
And we have to like carry like cargo through the snow, and we'd have to load into a theater while it was snowing. Completely destroyed. Like oh, that's so snow is so beautiful.
Yeah.
And then it was like, snow is such a pain in the butt. Like, oh God.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I have to actually shovel my boat.
Oh,
And
gosh.
2 winters ago, we had 30 inches of snow, and snow is heavy, especially
really heavy.
if it yes. And you have to worry about the boat getting too low in the water. And there's a point at which there are holes in the side of the boat where the bilge pumps, pump the water over. But if those holes get down too low, then water can start going in the other way. And you don't want that to happen. So, yeah, I'm probably the only person in New York who was really upset that I have to go shovel my boat.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, in Texas, that was always the issue. If we had a really bad ice over or really bad snow, all these trees would start falling down because none of the trees were used to having that much weight of water on them. And so some old trees that should have fallen over, any other icy place would have, fallen over seasons ago. They would all fall over at once because we had that one icy or one snowy time. Yeah.
So did you grow up in like a house on a farm, or did you just grow up? Oh, you did?
No. Sorry, you didn't see my face as I made that sound. Yeah. No.
Oh, okay.
I grew up in suburbs of Austin, Texas, in a neighborhood. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then we're not going to worry about telephone poles falling on the house and things like that.
No, but trees. I mean, you would worry about a
yep.
tree falling on your house or in the road or onto power lines. That would happen a lot. That's how the power would go out. Is a tree would fall onto the power lines and then half the neighborhood would go dark or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Someone's doing a car commercial behind you, I think.
Bring in the new lot.
Yes,
Come on,
exactly.
guys, here at the Toyota.
Weren't we going to charge $10 to park there during the show?
I thought we were, but
yeah.
It's like I said before. Wow, man, she's getting really close to that car in front of her. I don't know if I could pull that off without getting very nervous. Yeah, no, I thought we were going to do that, but I think we ran out of staff. We couldn't staff that position.
Okay.
We should run a valet service out there, make it real exciting.
Nice, very nice, very nice.
Well, perfect. Let's get on to our first gadget.
Okay, yep. Gonna be CES stuff probably for most of January.
Of course.
And I found this little guy I like a lot. It's called the Zolt. It's like Volt with a Z. And we'll watch the video, and then you can tell me what you think of the Zolt.
It's the same.
Oh, yep. Now we're into the
it's very
show.
funny. Out in Vegas, they were playing our theme song.
Wow, man,
Yeah.
we have really gotten popular. It's like branding.
But this is better. There you go.
Okay,
Wait a minute. No, this is. I tell you what. Do you want to run this video and I can just explain what this is?
Oh, I got a soap of the month for you. Wait.
Hey,
Here we are.
DeBartolo, Maz Mediterranean, and the Giz Wiz. We're here live at CES. You buy a laptop, you love the laptop, you pay the guy, you're going to carry your little laptop around with you every day, and then he says, oh, don't forget, you got to carry that with you. What? Are you kidding me? Well, now there's a way not to carry that, but just to carry this. And we're going to talk to a gentleman who started the company called
Zolt, which charges pretty much any laptop. It's the smallest, the lightest, and the smartest charger that you'll find on the planet today.
Now, I have a 17-inch HP laptop at home, and then I have a tablet. I have a lot of different laptops. I could use this on each one of them?
You can use this on any laptop as long as the total power that you draw from the wall socket is less than 70 watts. So this is a 70-watt charger.
Okay. And you know, I noticed that there's a plug built right into the bottom here. So this is all you have to carry with you.
That's all you have to carry with you. We provide you with a cable. It's a USB to a generic laptop cable connector. And there's a generic cable, and we provide you with 7 tips that actually come along with this.
Let's show the 7 tips over here.
Yeah. And they fit pretty much 90% of all the laptops that are out in the market at this point in time. So you plug these 2 things in, and then you plug this one into your laptop, and then you plug this one into your little laptop socket in here. And you have all your devices getting charged at the same time.
Wow. And you know, someone, your PR guy said that this is a rotating plug?
It's a rotating plug as well. So if you had plugged this in, let's say, like this into this socket, you could actually rotate this 90 degrees just to make sure that you're not interfering in any power source.
Anything else. And now we get to the price.
It's available $99.99 retail. It's going to be available in the market in May. You can, starting tomorrow, pre-order this for $79.99 on our website, gozolt.com.
Great. And you know what? I don't think I asked your name.
Dinesh Ramanathan. I'm the CEO of the company.
The CEO of the company. You see, we go right to the top here. And give the website one more time.
It's gozolt, GOZOLT.com.
And 79, how much was the price?
It's $79.99 during CES. After that, it'll be available retail $99.99.
Okay, perfect. This is a really easy thing to carry around. It is so small that I don't think he'll notice I put it in my pocket as I walk away. You got to do something at the show. We're going to look around, find more stuff. You heard of
that is really interesting. I was sold 100% ready to buy this product until I saw the price.
Oh, okay, okay.
It was just like, that was like a, oh.
Isn't a replacement brick run about $70?
That's a good question.
Because I remember looking for, I forgot it at a hotel or something, and it seemed like it was somewhere between $70 and $90.
Yeah.
And
power adapter replacement program. This is not what I want. I was looking for the Apple replacement charger.
Oh, that would be a good indicator, because discounts are not widely available on Apple products.
No.
Especially if it comes from them.
Here we are, MagSafe, 60 watt. Yeah, $80. $80.
See, so it's right in there.
Huh.
Now, I think the guy said, I'm not 100% sure. I think he said they sell a $30 Apple cable if you wanted to buy that to power an Apple laptop, in addition to everything else. So the thing I liked about it is that you needed that one device, so you could one USB would be running your laptop, one could be charging your phone, and one could be charging your tablet, and you'd only have only need one plug to plug into. So
I mean, I think this is really cool. One that's really small, and you're absolutely right. I mean,
it's 3 ounces.
The charger that you carry around is humongous.
Yes, exactly. It's 3 ounces. It's 3 inches high by, I think he said, like 1 inch and a quarter wide. So yeah,
I'm really interested in it. I was also trying to figure out, why doesn't everybody do something like this? Here's a typical, charger. It's really heavy. I would assume this is way more than 3 ounces.
Now, is that a Mac charger?
Yeah, this is a Mac charger without the plug. It just needs the little
without the plug.
Okay.
Thing.
But yeah, this is a typical Mac charger. This is the $80 one. I mean, here, like we have normal Windows chargers, something like this.
And someone in the chat room is saying, "Did I ask what the cables cost?" Well, you actually use your own cables. It comes with one cable and 9 adapters, which they said will cover 90% of all laptops.
Right.
So that's included. You would have to pay extra, I believe, if you were going to get a Mac cable. But all the standard cables come with it. And then the other USB devices, you would actually just be using the cables that came with the device, because the side of the Zolt are just regular USB plugs. Ports there.
And he said, I was trying to look at how much, by the way, they have
anything up to 70 volts.
70 volts. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
And so the Apple charger is 60. So it would charge an Apple computer. No?
Yeah.
Apple doesn't license the MagSafe, is what Jeff is saying.
Interesting. Okay.
So you're not going to be able to get a certified MagSafe adapter. Oh, this says 85 watts. Oh, this is the 85 watt.
Oh, there you go.
MagSafe.
Gone.
Anyway, I mean, it's interesting to me. I think that they should stick with the pre-order price. Right at $100 seems really
hard. I agree. I agree.
But all the features are really cool. Super small. You can charge 2 devices, and it rotates 90 degrees. That's really neat. That
and you can't see it in the picture, but the end of the whole device lights up, which is also a good way to show you that whatever you plugged it into is a powered outlet.
Yeah, I mean, it has some really cool features. I gotta say, I mean, even the folding prongs at the end of the charger. I'm interested. I think it's a neat product. Price scares me, and I really want it to work with my Apple laptop.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It may not.
He may be able to do something, but not have it be certified.
Yes, that's true.
You know, possibly. So.
Possibly.
All
right, so that's really item. That was good. I like that. So item number 2 is for people with very young babies. I think up to 6 months. But this is kind of a neat device, and I found that also at, I think it was Petcube. So let's take a look. Moms, look at this.
You heard of a kangaroo? All right. Have you heard of the mamaRoo? No? Okay, well, I'm going to tell you about the mamaRoo. Actually, I'm going to tell you nothing. Teresa is going to tell us about the mamaRoo.
Yeah, this is the 4Moms mamaRoo. It's the only infant seat that bounces and sways the way parents do. We actually put vests on parents with sensors to understand that characteristic mom bounce and sway to comfort a baby. And then we replicated those motions with a robotic base. So for 2015, we have a brand new version of the seat. We've redesigned it from head to toe with new fashions, a redesigned industrial design on the base, an improved user interface that includes a larger LCD screen. And then really excitingly, we also have Bluetooth functionality. So now you can control the seat, both the motion and the sound, from an iOS or Android smart device.
Okay, can I see this for a second? I'm just going to control it here. I'm going to feed baby, send baby to college, get baby a job, get baby to support me. Okay, it has none of those functions, but it does have...
It does have a motion called Wave, which is a circular motion.
Okay. Oh, car ride.
Car ride, which is a favorite. It's a figure 8 kind of on its side. You can also control the speed, so you can see I slow it way down there. I can speed it right back up. And then there's also the ability to control the sounds. So there's 4 built-in sounds, and you can also hook up your own MP3 player to play baby's favorite music through an MP3 device.
Wow. Now, is this plugged into the wall, or is it running on a rechargeable battery?
Plugs into the wall.
Plugs into a wall. Okay. And the price point?
We have 2 versions, a nylon seat and a plush seat. The nylon is $239 and the plush is $269.
Okay, and are they out now?
They are, yep, available right now.
Okay, and is this a child toy or is that the speakers?
That's a mobile, so it's just a toy.
Okay.
And those toy balls are removable and reversible, so for eye development you have the black and white on one side and you can remove them and reverse.
Okay, and the speakers for the baby are?
The speakers are down here in the base.
Oh, down in the base. Okay. That is, and I guess that's a little bit.
Rain is the sound, so it's hard to hear in this loud environment. But you can hear it through the speakers here, or I can change it to heartbeat. Or ocean.
Do rain again, because I think I could hear that. Can you hear that? All right.
There's rain.
And ocean, I guess we'll do.
Sounds like a baby lion.
It does.
Wow. That's very, very neat.
Thank you.
And I assume what's the weight limit?
The weight limit's 25 pounds, or until about 6 months. It's really when baby can start sitting up on their own.
Okay. So close, 25 pounds. Just, I almost could get in it. Anyway, we're going to find more stuff. Dick DeBartolo, Mass Destroy to end the Giz Wiz. Bye.
Man, that is fancy.
Very high tech, right?
Wow. Yeah. Jeff was really excited. He was saying, I have a cousin who just had a baby. I'm telling her that she needs to buy one immediately. The chat room, on the other hand, a little unimpressed.
I know the chat room is going, wow, we're a failed society.
Yeah.
I noticed, I thought for a minute, my God, that is the most generous person I ever met in my life. When you said, Jeff knows somebody who just had a baby, and I thought you were going to say, and he's buying one. And he said, no, he's going to tell them that they should go buy one.
He's going to command that they go buy it. They need to go get it.
There you go. There you go.
Yes. Man, that is... I see both. I can see the chat room saying, you know, maybe you should just. I don't. But if you've ever had a baby, you know you've given that baby attention, and if the baby still wants attention, putting them in a robotic seat that will lull them to sleep might be the best $270 you have ever
Absolutely.
spent.
And also, it's the kind of thing that if you are saying we definitely want to have 2 kids or we definitely want 3 kids. Then buy it. Then you're talking about $110 a kid,
right?
You know, to just pass it on. And I'm sure this is the kind of thing when you're done with it, I'm sure you could re-gift it, and whoever you give it to would be thrilled to get it. Wouldn't care that some other baby's already ridden in it for 6 months.
Yeah,
it would be a welcome. You know, labor-saving device for a mom.
It really does look like the baby cradle of the future. Like
it does,
this photo down here, it looks so. This looks like something you would see in a spaceship.
No,
it's like
you almost picture someone coming in a clean room. You know, you hear the click 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 of the feet on the clean floor, and they're wearing a lab coat, and they pick up the baby, you know, with tongs. they put the baby in, right.
I expect a translucent robot to come in and pick up the baby from these baby pods. Yeah.
Yes, that's very funny.
That is so funny. It's so, you know, it almost reminds me of, it is like Aliens.
That looks just like that, yeah.
Wow.
You know what? You know,
so
malls should actually buy, like, a mall should have a setup just like we see in that picture with 5 of them.
Oh, my God.
And you pay $5 an hour.
I would so do that.
You put your kid in it, and you select what kind of a ride the kid's going to get, and then you go shopping.
Oh, my gosh.
And leave your cell phone number.
Oh, man.
Yeah. There you go.
That is really cool. So, if I remember correctly, it was $270.
It was. Let me just look here. It ranges from $240 to $270. Now, I think this is on the newish side. I know they make a lot of other devices for babies that rock them and things, and those other things I noticed are on Amazon at discount prices.
Right.
So I assume if you do a web search, the name of the company is 4Moms. But if you went to Amazon and looked for 4Moms product, you could look for this particular one is called mamaRoo, and see if it's not available at a discount.
Very cool. I really like this gadget.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very good find.
Good find. Thank you, sir.
Perfect.
And our final gadget is for pets. It's a pet cam, and, you know, the usual thing, I said, tell me something different about this. And when he first explained the different thing, I thought it was dumb. But then after I heard his spiel, there was a very interesting thing that he explained at the end. So let's take a look at this new pet device.
You know what this guy is? This is Petcube. It's a pet camera. You know, if you have a really talented pet who can go out and earn money at weddings and stuff, no, your pet doesn't use the camera, but the camera is for your pet. And Yah, you know, like the pirate Yah, is going to tell us a little bit about Petcube.
Hey there. So Petcube is a home camera for pet owners. Inside of it, there is a camera, a microphone, a speaker, and a laser pointer. You can actually move the laser pointer watching live video stream from your smartphone. And it's super easy to install, so you put it at your home, you connect to home Wi-Fi, and wherever you are, when you miss your pet, when you're at work or wherever, you can just tap a couple buttons on your smartphone and, you know, see your pet. You can play laser games with them, so cats and dogs, they go crazy.
Can you actually take pictures of your pet?
Yeah, you can. You can take pictures, you can take videos, and share all this in social networks. And, you know.
Well, you know, as you're watching on your smartphone, could you take a picture of your pet?
Sure.
And then tweet it?
Yeah. Yeah, immediately. Yeah.
Immediately. Great.
Yeah.
And what is...
Actually, so inside the Petcube app, there is this community of pet lovers, and you can scroll through their photos of their pets. You can follow the ones you like, and this way you can get your daily dose of cuteness. You know,
Okay.
We say it's the reason app for cuteness, and it's Petcube.
Okay. And the price?
We sell it for $1.99 at petcube.com and on Amazon.
And it's available now?
It's available now. We just started shipping first devices like a month ago.
A month ago. Okay. Petcube.com. A very clever idea. Something we found here live at CES. Now we're going to go over to Padre covering CES. And Padre thinks it's Catholic electronics stuff. So if you meet him, don't, you know,
At CES.
disturb him or distrust him.
CES,
okay?
exactly.
Over to Padre.
That is, as a cat lover, I like it. You know?
Yeah. Well, you know what was interesting? I didn't realize. I thought he had explained it on camera, but he didn't. That Petcube is set up at a shelter, and those 4 cats are shelter cats. And the URL is open to anybody who wants to play with the cats.
Oh my gosh, those cats get so much exercise.
And he told me that the people at the shelter said several cats have been adopted by people who loved the way that they were interacting with the laser pointer that they were using from their smartphone.
Oh, that is so cool.
So isn't that a great idea?
That is really neat.
So it's a way to sort of like you could adopt a pet without having to do anything. You could just go to the shelter every day and play with a pet, assuming they have a pet cam.
It's so funny. I've reviewed now 3 security cameras for before you buy, and all of them are about in this price range. But this one actually looks, from the app that he was showing off, the problem with these is they always have the worst apps. Like, apps that look like they were made in the 90s, like the worst apps. That app looked really great. This one has 2-way audio, so you can listen and you can speak through an internal speaker in the camera.
Yes. And
also
also
has a laser pointer.
He got into that shelter very fast, and then as soon as he pointed to the laser, did you see the cat jump off the shelf?
Yeah.
Because the cat instantly saw the laser was now there, so it did work well.
I gotta say, especially just from a security camera point of view and seeing these in the past, the price may put off a few people, but this is competitive for the market of security cameras, and it has some nice features.
Yeah. Also, think about this. So you turn it on and you see someone in your house. So you put the laser dot on their forehead.
Right in their eyeballs.
Right.
Blind them.
Just say, no, you just put it on and just say, there is a gun.
Right.
There is a hidden gun.
That's good. Yours is better.
Right.
I was going to blind them and strand them there.
I want you out of there in 14.5 seconds, starting now.
What's your best robot voice impersonation of guns now activated, laser sight tracking?
Right. It's very funny. It's very
That is hilarious. I think this is another great find.
It's a fun thing.
CES.
It's, Leo always says to me, what do you look for at CES? And I said, I look for the things not everybody else is looking for. No video games, no giant TV screens. I just want
Petcubes,
fun things.
Petcubes, baby rockers,
and laptop chargers.
Yeah, absolutely. That's really, really a funny. I want one. I want one.
And you have cats, right?
I have 2 cats. It's funny. I just reviewed another. It was called the Eyes-On View, and while reviewing it, I went to Austin for Halloween, for Christmas, not for Halloween. I went for Halloween, back to Austin for all the great candy. And I pointed out my pet food. I wanted to make sure that they didn't run out of pet food or water, or if maybe they knocked their pet food into the water or something like that and they didn't have anything to eat, that I could call someone that I know here in Petaluma. So, like, really, this is what I have of the cats. I use this. This isn't even high definition, and it's like at really low frame rate. The Petcube was 720. And this didn't have talkback. It doesn't have a laser either. So I gotta say, it's like,
wow. Who taught your cats to make obscene gestures when you turn the camera on?
They taught themselves that. You know?
That's quite unique.
Yeah,
quite unique.
Quite interesting. Yeah. That's what my trash can looks like. It's pretty cool shot. So anyway, yeah, good gadget. Very good gadget.
Well, now we are specifically classily dressed because, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a very special Chad's Classical Crap Corner.
Woohoo! Hey. Oh, we got a whole bunch of stuff.
Crappy Corner.
Woo! Oh, I dropped one of them. Oh gosh. So we have the classiest gadgets today. This is multi-purpose month, so every single one of our gadgets has to do more than one thing. In fact, I've been using one of the. We have a whole set of gadgets to show off. I've been using one out of the set of things. 2. I got technically. Well, yeah, I don't have collar stays in. One of the gadgets, and they've been on my wrist this whole time. These cufflinks right here have been, and I have it in the product shot, are one of the gadgets for today. I don't know where to start, actually. These are all from the same company, and we have cufflinks and collar stays to show off. These cufflinks, let's say that you're at a party, having a great fun time, and your button falls off of your shirt. Either the thread came off, or maybe you had a little bit too much to eat, and it goes soaring. You can use these collar stays. There's one, cufflinks, sorry, and let me pull off the other one. There we go. And the tops unscrew, and underneath is a button, is a spare button. And on either side,
serious?
Isn't that neat? Isn't that such a cool gadget? These are also, they have different, because they unscrew, they have different caps for your cufflinks. There's a black button and a white button. On my shirt, I happen to have white buttons, but I'm going to go ahead and choose the black one just so you can see it.
Okay.
So let's just, imagine that this button got lost. You use both of these to create the next button. One of them is very kind of sharp. So if you didn't, I happen to have a tuxedo shirt on, so it has a hole for me to put studs through if I was going to put those through. So there's one through, and then you grab the other. It is hard with the shirt still on. And you use the, I guess, you know what, I could just go ahead and do this right now.
Wait a minute, you mean, is the button magnetic?
No, it has, there's a tiny little screw onto here. I'll pull it out so you can see a little bit better. one of the buttons.
Oh,
has a screw,
okay. So you're not actually, you don't have to sew it on. You can actually make a temporary fix.
Right, exactly.
I see.
Exactly.
Okay.
So and the one with the screw is very sharp. So if you don't happen to have what I have, which is a little stud hole, you can take it and just push it through the fabric if you're in a desperate situation. There we go. Now I can get it on. So that just screws on, and now it's secure. Sorry for the microphone rubbing.
No problem.
And push that through the buttonhole. There we go. It's a little bit large.
It does seem to be large.
If I can't get that done, I couldn't. This is actually the first time I've done it. I can't tell if I'm supposed to screw one button on to the other one or push it through like do a normal button. They do have a metal kind of casing around the. I'm also doing it without looking in a mirror, trying to look at.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you would probably have a little bit of a different experience if you were trying to do this yourself. You'd hopefully.
Well, also, while we're in here on this tight shot, are those walking TV sets on your tie? What is that?
That's a character from a cartoon series called Bimo.
Okay.
Bimo, he's like a little Game Boy that has a face on him.
Okay.
I don't think I'm getting this quite. I might need help.
And that is a reason never to wear a tuxedo shirt.
Yeah, exactly. Who wears a tuxedo shirt? I really can't see. I mean, I'm looking at. Can you get that on there?
No, because it's moving upwards.
You can't?
No.
No. Is it too thick?
See, the advantage of my shirt is if I lose a button, I just need a magic marker to draw another one on.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you mean? So is it? What's?
Put it on as if it's a regular button.
Right. It won't fit through. He's going. It'll fit. It'll fit. You just haven't tried hard enough.
Or put on the white button so that the pokey part is on the other.
The biggest problem is I just can't see that close to myself. See, I'm about ready.
This is definitely
the
a
best.
Jeff Needles gadget.
Mm-hmm.
He's the only person I know who probably owns his
cross-eyed.
own tuxedo.
From looking down that close.
Chad owns the tuxedo. What are you talking about?
Yeah, this is actually my tuxedo. I've had this one since
Oh, it
high school.
is?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry for all the mic noise. There we go. We got it.
Boom.
Bam.
All right.
It's the wrong color. I purposely said I was doing black so you could see that. There you go. So now that's a replacement button onto your tuxedo. Sorry, gosh. Oh my God. I'm seriously gotten cross-eyed because I'm looking down so much. So these are the secret agent cufflinks. These were the cufflinks that came with it originally. They are just basically pure stainless steel.
Okay. And what do they cost?
The cufflinks, they're pretty expensive, coming in at $50. So and that's.
Does that include the tuxedo?
It does not include the tuxedo.
Oh,
so
wow.
here is these are the original cufflink caps, and they're just polished stainless steel. I got the really awesome, and I got to say these are really cool. The carbon fiber, because of course it matches my wallet.
Ooh.
So you have to do that. They have various different. Here are the finishes that they have. They have a white carbon fiber, royal blue, champagne gold, and then the stainless steel, and then also solid Acacia wood, which is pretty neat. So those are the different finishes on that, but we also have another.
But wait, there's more.
There is more. And there's. Let me first show off. This is the secret agent, and then the double agent. I keep wanting to call them collar stays. I'm really excited about the collar stays. You'll see those in just a second. These ones, by the way, packaging is super duper nice. Just exactly what you would expect from a really high-end sort of fashion piece.
What's the name on the box?
This is Exuvius. Exuvius.
Wow.
And that's the brand. That's all of these are Exuvius brand. So these are the double agent, and the double agent instead they're the same button replacement with the caps, but these have magnets in them, which will allow you to attach them to your there you go, to your shirt. So instead of which makes putting on cufflinks really just a snap. They have these really cool scorpions on the back of the cufflinks as well, and these have the exact same technology of the button and the secret button inside, but with the added benefit of them being magnetic. Really cool. Double agent brand. Now these
double agent brand. Okay.
These are fairly expensive as well, but it is a fashion piece. These come in at $100 for the.
That's the kind of thing the government would buy. Their secret agents.
Absolutely. What if the secret agent
batting an eye
is out there and he loses a button? They're gonna know that he's a secret agent because he can't get his clothing correctly. So now let's move on to what I've been trying to talk about this whole time by accident, is the collar stays. So they also have these guys right here, same brand, and inside are these collar stays that will open a bottle, measure, cut thread, and they are also, there's a flathead screwdriver and a Phillips head screwdriver on here as well. And if you aren't familiar with what a collar stay is, we have a few shirts with collar stay holders. They're used to keep your collar straight, this part of your collar straight. You just flip it over, and that is where they go. So they'll keep your collar super straight, and then you can also pull them out and use them as the multi-tool that they are designed to do. I already have some in this shirt right here, and you can just see. They come in a few different sizes, so there's two different sizes. This is the smaller size, and do we have a bottle that I could try to open with these guys? Or, let's go.
Boy, that's got to be hard, no?
Isn't that?
Well, I guess we'll see.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
Yeah.
So there's a few different versions of the collar stays. By the way, here's some this is what Jeff just had. These are just normal collar stays, just normal sort of brass collar stays. They have various different sort of packs. These are almost more like militarized. These are black. Nice black finish collar stay, and they come in a really cool, oh cool, we have it's cold even. Oh, I'm so excited. So we'll see if this works here. And put that on there. Maybe?
He could scale a wall, but he couldn't open the bottle.
I couldn't open the bottle on command. No, it'll...
I'm sorry, Agent Johnson.
We have found you out.
This man is not a secret agent. Look at this. Look at him fumbling with that cap.
Oh my gosh. I was so excited about this gadget too. I still am. I still think it's quite a neat gadget. Okay, let's try a different one.
That little one is, yeah.
Yeah, the problem is that there's this glass lip here, which means that the tooth can't quite get on the edge of the cap. And what I'm trying to do is get it. There we go. Just as simple as that. There we go. We have opened up this fantastic bottle. Yeah, I would say that's a tad small for the job as intended.
Yeah. What do those guys sell for?
So once again, everything that we're kind of showing off is a tad expensive.
Okay.
Now there's different versions of the collar stays. The Vulcan, which had the matte black finish, these are $55, and these come in a really neat carrying case that also comes with like almost like a militarized metal band there. So that's the Vulcan stays. The Titan. This is the one that I had in the black shirt. These come in 2 different sizes. The smaller size is what is in the shirt, with the larger size still in the packaging here. These are $50 for the, what was this one? The Titan. And then there is the 100% titanium pair, and I believe that these are also $50. Oh, these are just 2 sets of the long ones. So this is $50 for the 2 sets. And I think you actually have these in right now, don't you?
No, I have the Vulcans.
Oh, he has the Vulcans. Jeff is wearing the Vulcans currently, and he's trying. There you go. That looks pretty cool. Here, do that on camera. Where oh, you want me to cut that thread? Chow. There he goes.
Wow.
I wonder what traveling through an airport with these would be like. They're metal detector safe because they're 100% titanium.
So that's interesting. Okay.
Very, very neat. I like them all. I had not tried to open a bottle with them, and I'm a little sad that my first try was on camera, and it was not so great. But they do look very, very, very classy. And the button was a little bit hard to get in, but I think that's my shirt's fault, less the fault of the actual button design. So, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that these are badass, or do you think that they're a little bit of a pain in the butt?
Well, you know what? Since I never wear shirts. I would never have a shirt with a collar stay. It would not be for me. But if you wanted to be cool, and you had a lot of money, they would be okay.
Yeah.
So,
oh my gosh! Jeff points
but
out
they don't have any LEDs, and they don't take batteries. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's true. Jeff has a
oh my word!
Look at that! Look at that!
Oh,
I'm taking your collar stay away. You don't get this one.
I basically think this entire spot was just so we can see Jeff's extravagant lifestyle.
Actually, the guys at Exuvius were kind enough to send these over for us to look at. So, so Jeff wasn't. I think Jeff found them. Jeff asked if we could get some samples, but for me, I want that coolness factor. If we're at a party and it's like, who has a screw? It's like, oh crap, this thing that we really wanted needs to be opened with a screwdriver. It's like, well, I got you. 1 second. And then I just pull out my collar stay and you show it off. Or you lose a button and say you're a wingman to your best bud and he loses a button. You got him covered. You can whip out your extra button and hand it to him.
No, my friends would be more amazed that I had a collar stay. I mean, they would go, whoa!
Right.
I go, no, but it's a screwdriver, and they said, no, we're just
a collar stay.
A collar stay.
A real collar stay. No, almost all my collar shirts have collar stay.
Wow.
Some of them don't. So you have to go look at your shirt and make sure that it has one available. This tuxedo shirt has collar stays, but they're built in. You can't pull them out and replace them. So do look at your shirt to see if you have it. And one more thing is, if you do buy extra cufflink covers, they come in a shot glass, which is pretty neat. So they come just like this with the covers embedded inside of this little felt inside of their own little shot glass, and it even has measuring markings on the back, which is pretty cool as well. So this is definitely a luxury item. You can tell by the prices at $50, $55, $100. We have about $250 worth of fashion merchandise on the table right here. The packaging is very, very nice. I mean, these double agent ones, I mean, this is a wooden box that's been lacquered, it feels like. Anyway, I like them a lot. This is one of those things that I would see and really just absolutely want, but never be able to afford. And so I'm really glad that we got to kind of play around with them.
No, I think it's great, yeah. On that score, it's a find.
That is my classy corner for this episode of the Giz Wiz. Now let's move on to Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
They're geeky and they're goofy, together they are loopy. When gadgets pass away, he takes them out to play in Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
Foghorn.
Well, we are officially out of warehouse videos, so I'll ask people to send in at the end of this. So I ran up to the Gadget Warehouse, and let's see. This is a 5-year-old gadget that burned hot for maybe a couple months. See, let's see. I'll start doing this. And then that. And then I'm going to do the front real quick to see if it rings a bell. Does it?
No.
Oh, it doesn't?
No, not for me.
Oh, okay. Did you not know about... This is brand new, actually. The plastic's still on it.
Yeah, look at that.
This was the WikiReader.
Oh, that's what everyone's saying, Wikipedia.
Yes, if you did not have a computer or Wi-Fi, you could buy Wikipedia. I think it was like 3 million entries in a $99 device that needed nothing because everything was in here. So you could hit random. It would just bring up random facts that you might find interesting. It had a virtual keyboard, so you could actually type in a subject and read about it. It was $99. It was only 5 years old. I think it was at CES 2009 or maybe CES 2010. It was $99. It ran on 2 AAA batteries, but since it's a monochrome screen, has just text. So there's no pictures.
Oh, no photos. Okay.
No photos, no nothing. So it ran about 90 hours on 2 AAA batteries. And then there was a way to pay $29 a year, and they would send you an 8 gigabyte SD card.
Wow.
To replace it. I think you could upgrade it for free online.
Wow.
And I think back then it said allow several hours to erase the current memory and just put everything back in new.
So this was okay, so when you said no Wi-Fi, for some reason I thought it offered some other, it had it all on the memory.
Oh, exactly.
Oh, wow.
Exactly. Everything was
It was 8 gigabytes of text?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. 8 gigabytes of text. Let me just see. Let me see if I have any other facts on it here. Yeah, it was 4 inches by 4 inches, just 3 buttons: on, off, search, and random. Parental lock. Oh, it was a 4 gigabyte micro SD card. Could be updated. Shows text, no photos, no pictures, not backlit. Okay.
Oh.
So there's another battery saving.
I mean, this was basically the precursor for the Kindle. I mean,
yes,
right?
that's very interesting. That's very interesting. It could be updated for free via the WikiReader site, or you could take out the micro SD card, or you had to take the micro SD card, plug it into the computer, and it would update 3 million entries.
Wow.
Okay. If you didn't want to do that, you could send them $29, and they would send you an 8-gigabyte new card. So when it first came out, there was only 4 gigabytes, but then by the time they got around to updating it, there were 8-gigabyte cards, which you could buy for $29 with all new content. Of course, WikiReader is dead. Most of the links to anything that they had online leads to a dead end. There are a couple of people still trying to sell them for anywhere from $15 to $40. And of course, nowadays for $99, you can just go buy a tablet and have Wikipedia made fresh today, made fresh daily.
That is so funny.
Yeah, but that's so funny that you never even saw this device ever.
I never did.
Interesting.
I never did.
Interesting. Yeah, let me see how this is what it looked like. It was WikiReader. And there it is, Wikipedia in your pocket.
Wow. That is some Helvetica font there. Man, that is so funny. I'm curious to own one now. Like, what if the world ended and I needed Wikipedia, you know, and I had a constant supply.
Well, wait, now this is a tough choice. Think about it. Colistays or WikiReader. They're about the same price.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Which one is more likely, that I will go to a fancy party or the world will end?
Yeah, which is it going to be? I don't know. You're going to spend some mighty sleepless nights. That's all I can say.
Yeah, if I go for the collar stays, I'll be worried about the end of the world forever. Basically.
Yeah.
Until it happens, basically.
Exactly. Yeah. Although you can probably afford both because people are selling these for $8.
That is so funny.
Isn't that funny? WikiReader.
Oh man, they are still selling it on Amazon for $1 shipping, $45.
Oh my gosh!
Type a word or phrase. That is hilarious.
That is a riot. Oh, you know what? Chad, does it say when it first appeared on Amazon? Sometimes products say first was available on Amazon. While you do that, I will say we need more videos, okay? Especially Gadget Warehouse videos. I mean, I have a ton of stuff in the warehouse.
Here it is, October 12th, 2009.
2009, okay.
So but that might have been just for this one entry. For forever? There's a Wikipedia entry on the WikiReader, and so it is.
Yes.
So that is the official time of the gadget. Is that right?
2009, right? So 6 years ago it came out. Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, yeah. So we were looking for videos. It can be My Gadget Warehouse. Something like, a piece of crap you have laying around that for some reason, I mean, like, I would walk up to a waste paper basket and think, I can't throw this away. I mean, pretty much it's worthless to me, but look at the fun we had with it. So, excuse me. So just make a little video, 2 to 3 minutes, put it on YouTube, and send us the link. It's Giz Wiz at twit.tv, and the video can be about my gadget warehouse, piece of crap you have, my favorite gadget, I invented this, or I bought a piece of crap. And we do have one video left over, but it did not fall into this category. So when we get back in, once we're done with all the CES stuff, we can probably run that video. But we would love another warehouse video quickly. And if we show it on the show, you get a copy of Mad Magazine, one of those 35-year-old Alfred E. Newman pictures, and a piece of crap from the Brick House. Probably not anything from the executive catalog, personally owned by Jeff Noodles.
Yes. Yeah. I think Jeff is going to take this gadget as well.
I think so.
I'm taking some too.
So.
I'm taking some too.
Oh, good. Okay, good. I'm not jealous because I have no shirts with collar stays or
cufflinks.
Or cufflinks,
There's
exactly.
a French cuff. Yeah, you need that French cuff.
Need that. So send us your videos. GizWiz@twit.tv.
No, it's funny. WikiReader has a wonderful Wikipedia article on it. Of course,
oh, how
it would.
funny! Oh, that's great.
And it really shows a lot of people in developing countries using these. For someone who doesn't have Wi-Fi, I could absolutely understand this.
Oh, you know what? You know what? Absolutely. You know that's great.
It's absolutely the best encyclopedia that you could get, and even if it has, yeah.
You know, you're absolutely right. When did Encyclopedia Britannica? I'm sure they stopped publishing. So
yeah.
This is probably newer than the Encyclopedia Britannica,
yeah.
and it probably has more entries than they did.
I mean, a part of me wants to take the. You could make it so much better nowadays with e-ink.
Yes.
You know, with a rechargeable battery, possibly instead of AA. I don't know. It might be that AA or AAA's work well in a country, you know, in a developing country. But yeah,
tiny little solar panels.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Throw little solar panels on it, last forever. I mean,
forever.
Yeah, that's quite. I mean, nowadays you can almost do images. You could, you know, get all the images and then make them black and white, so they take up less data. Quite interesting. Really an interesting product.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah. WikiReader.
Cool. WikiReader. Thanks for showing that off. Okay, now on to the letters. Woohoo!
Oh, wow.
The video. Woohoo!
And our letter says, Dick, did you see this at CES? And please ask Chad if that is his sister or a relative in the video. So here's the video.
Set your camera free.
Okay. I don't know this person, but she has my hair.
The moments we want to share and remember. Imagine a camera that goes past your arm's reach.
What?
Imagine
this is the most bizarre
that gives you a new perspective.
Man, that's crazy.
Imagine a camera that follows you. Imagine a camera that sets you free. Introducing Nixie, the wearable camera that flies on command.
I think I remember seeing this.
Nixie is the first wearable and flyable camera that you carry on your wrist like a watch. Unfold the flexible bands, and Nixie is ready for takeoff. Nixie is for anyone who wants to capture and share a new perspective on their adventures. Nixie, set your camera free.
I did not see this. This everywhere it says in early development.
Yeah.
But it seems a little weird because I'm thinking, so this lady is halfway up this mountainside that is a sheer drop, right? And then she decides to set her Nixie camera free to fly out and take her picture. And then is she going to reach out and try and grab it when it comes back?
Right.
Oh, it's a great picture!
Oh, gosh. Yeah. Or pull out her phone and then start, okay, come on back.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow,
exactly.
that is
Anyway, it's a bizarre concept. It certainly was not at CES. It seems to be in very early development, but it's kind of a fun concept when you think about it.
It really is. And I noticed some people in the chat room saying, like, how small is that?
Yes, exactly.
Nick with C.
Yes, a droid for the wrist droid.
The wrist droid. What's funny is for Christmas, I actually ended up buying a really tiny drone for a friend, or actually for a family member. And this is what I bought. It is super duper tiny, like uber tiny. And that flew really well. So I could see if it has if it unfolds to something about this size, that'd be fine.
Yeah, but how do you control that, the one that you bought?
The one that I bought, it comes with a controller.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy
comes with a little controller, and it's a really good controller. It has a little bit of trim options, and it has a flip mode where when you push in the controller, when you push in the little button, you can then, it'll like put it in flip mode, it'll hover there, and then you move the stick one way and it'll do a flip in that direction.
Wow. Did I see it? Was it just $25?
Yeah, it was only $25 for.
Unbelievable.
And it was a lot of fun, and it went over really, really well. Yeah, this is a really cool gadget. And it's the smallest drone I have ever seen. It was uber tiny. It was super duper tiny.
And it comes with a GoPro camera that's just that big.
Itty bitty little GoPro camera. No, yeah, but yeah, I mean, you can see it on. This is an iPhone 5 that it's sitting on.
Oh my word!
Yeah.
Oh my word!
That's not even the iPhone 6.
So wait, so how do you charge this thing?
So it has a little port on the back, and it comes with a USB. So USB on one end, and then the teeny tiny port that you plug into the drone, and then the actual controller uses AA's.
And how long can it fly for on a full charge?
About 5-7 minutes, and then it takes another.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good amount of entertainment, and then I think it takes about 15 minutes to recharge, if I remember correctly. Yeah, charge time 15 to 20 minutes. Flight time 5 to 8 minutes is what it says on the Amazon page.
F and Dunn is saying, Chad, the Giz Wiz, it was at CES in the Intel keynote. So is he talking about the Nixie, or is he talking about your
I'm not sure. During the Intel keynote, they used a lot of drones. He might just be talking about that.
About drones. Okay.
Right. Right. Okay. But
that's pretty amazing, though, when you think about it, that you could make. So essentially, the drone that goes on your wrist is probably not much smaller than this thing.
I bet it's much larger.
You holding it?
No, this is not. This is a reviewer on YouTube. I bet the one that's on your arm, once the wings unfold, it's going to be much larger.
Yeah.
He's showing
you're
this,
absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
You know, next to one of the other small ones. Later on in this, this is actually, I watched this review before I bought it to make sure that it was going to be a good thing. There's a little controller that it comes with, and you know, it's really small. But you can. What's funny is apparently the controller is compatible with a larger, like Pro controller. So if you want to buy the Pro controller, you can, which is really neat. It's a completely separate buy. And then he flew it around in his kitchen there, so you can see it moving, and it's exactly as articulate as any of the other drones you've seen. Yeah.
Someone in the chat room says eventually we'll find these in boxes of cereal. He's probably right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, this is
that is great.
Really neat? It does. I want him to flip it. He does. It does some really cool flips too. I don't know when that will be in the video. But yeah, by the way, this guy's kitchen is very efficient. I mean, you got the washer, the dryer, the kitchen, the stove. You got everything. Now he does it with the lights off. But yeah, that's
pretty neat.
So cool. That is about it for the letter. Thanks for sending that little
Thank you, Chris.
over. But make sure that you head on over to gizwiz.biz to play the What the Heck Is It game, where the gadget is already up. Take a look at this. What is this gadget is what you're trying to answer. But don't worry, you don't have to get it spot on. In fact, funny, silly, or unique answers are better than the correct answer. There are 12 Mad magazines for correct answers, but 24 for awesome and hilarious answers.
Yes.
So answer away. Also, if you want to catch this show, we do it live every Thursday at 4:30 p.m. Pacific. That's about 7:30 p.m. Eastern. If you want to check us out live. But
except for next week.
Except for next week, where we'll be recording a day early because I am flying to San Antonio. I'm actually flying to Austin, hanging out with my family, driving to San Antonio for a convention, and then driving back to Austin, and then flying out of Austin back home.
What convention?
PAX
Is it that
South.
big shirt and collar stay convention?
Yeah. The Fashion Finista.
That has gotten to be quite the affair.
Yeah, it's quite prestigious to
is.
to buy. You know,
are you
all
staying
the
at the Collar
badges.
Stay Starch Hotel? Is wonderful.
Yep. Right. It's right next to the dry cleaning con as well. So you can't
good.
miss it.
Yeah. I stayed at the Fold and Press Motel last time because I was on a budget. Yeah.
Perfect. So yeah, next week we'll be recording one day early, same time, just different.
No, not the
7
same
p.m.
time.
Oh, 7 p.m. Oh, we're going really late. 7 p.m. Pacific. That is around 10 p.m. Eastern.
My time, correct.
Maybe a little later. We have a Windows special event that day. So,
oh my God. All right, so if you want to join me at 2 a.m. New York City time, next Wednesday night.
Right, hopefully by 7:30 is what we're, I think, hoping. So anyway, catch it live if you want. But don't worry if you can't watch live. Twit.tv/Giz Wiz is a way that you can go and subscribe to the show or catch previous episodes that have aired. Last episode was 1,500, so make sure that you check out that very, very special episode where we burned down the brick house. Almost. And rebuild it. We rebuilt it for this week.
And rebuild it, too.
Right. That's about it for the Giz Wiz. We will see you next week.
I'll be here.
DeBartolo, Giz Wiz.
Woo!